Hello everyone, my name is Espik23 here for a KTaNE module tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be covering the Decolored Squares module. Decolored Squares look similar to Colored Squares and its brethren because it is part of it. Now the way that you can determine decolored squares from the rest of the colored squares is that you will always have three colors that have two squares of that color. In this case we have green, blue, and yellow, and two colors that have 5 squares for that color. In this case red and magenta both have 5 for that color. So Decolored Squares has this table right here. The first thing you need to do is get the squares of Bravo 1 and Bravo 4, which are these two. And Bravo 1 indicates the column, and Bravo 4 indicates the row. So Bravo 1 is red, so we're going to be looking at this column, and Bravo 4 is yellow, so we're going to be looking at this row. And we're going to select the box. I'm going to highlight it. That is in that same row and same column and row. So now what we need to do is look at Alpha 1, and we're going to go through every single square in the order, well, kind of like reading order, from Alpha 1, Bravo 1, Charlie 1, Delta 1, Alpha 2, Bravo 2, Charlie Delta 2, all the way to Delta 4. For each square, we're going to look at its color, and if the color matches what is in the box, you press the square and then go on to the next box where it has P right there for press. Otherwise, you don't press it, go into the next square, and you move to the box that has N in it. So in this case, Alpha 1 is red, and that means since red sorted to R is in this box, we press it, and we go on to this next box. Now, we do that for the rest of the squares. So Bravo 1 is green. Green is not found in this box, so we do not press it and move on to this box, because they're the N. Charlie 1 is green. That is in this box, so we are going to press it and move back to here. Now we have blue. For Delta 1, that is not found in here, so you go into this box, and this is red. And then red is found in this box, so we press it and move on to this box. And this, now we're on Bravo 2, that's red, that is in this box, so we press it and we move up to this box right here, and we just keep doing this for the whole module. So next we have green. Green is not found in this, so we don't press it. Yellow is found, so we press it and go back here. Yellow, press it, move back here. Magenta, don't press it, and magenta, we press it, and magenta, we don't press it. Green, we press it. Blue, we don't press it. Green, we press it, and Delta 4 will always be pressed. And that is a solid module. We're going to look at this one again. Now, if you may have noticed, that module was kind of lengthy, and I got stuck in here for a little bit, around like this two right here. There's a few places in this table where you can get stuck. Oftentimes I get stuck in here, or sometimes you might get stuck in one other place. I don't know. It feels like I get stuck in here a lot, since you always press it, since it has all 5 colors. And in this box, it doesn't have any colors, so you would always move on to the next box. And you may notice that some places in the grid actually don't have boxes, like right here, 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 and here. That means when an arrow points to that direction, you just keep going until you reach a box facing that direction. So from this box, if you not press it, you will go to this box. For this box, if you press it, you would go here. If you do not press here, you would go here. If you do not press here, you would go here, and vice versa. If you did not press here, you would go here. If you pressed here, you would go here. And I believe that's all of them. For this module, we're going to try it one more. as you can see, both Bravo 1 and Bravo 4 are magenta. So we're going to start here. Alpha 1 is magenta, so we do not press. Bravo 1, excuse me, is magenta, so we press. Charlie 1 is magenta, so we do not press. Delta 1 is magenta, so we do not press. Alpha 2 is blue, so we press. And it just goes on. Yellow, nope. This one is red, so we press. Apparently, okay, two things happened there. Either I misclicked or I wasn't supposed to press there. But I was going to just explain in a little bit what happens if I strike. And that would be that the module resets. So you will get an entirely new grid, just like the rest of the colored squares. If you make a mistake, then the entire module resets. So now we have a new decolored squares. The column is yellow, and the row is green, so we're going to start here. Now, there's two ways I've seen this module diffused in voice bombs. The first method, which is what I use, as a diffuser, I would see the color of the square, and the expert would say if I should press it or not. In this case, I would say red, my diffuser would say leave it alone, and then it would go yellow. In this case, they would also say do not press. Yellow again, and that means I press it. Now it's red, and that would mean I press it. I would say blue, and they would say press it. I would say green, and they would say press it. And I would say green, they would say don't press. I would say green again, and they would say don't press. I'm actually getting stuck in here, wow. And then I would say blue, and I would say press. Now there's the other method that I've seen. It's not as common as the one I just showed you, but people do use it. And that is the expert will say the colors of these squares, and the diffuser would say yes or no. So as the expert, I would say red, green. I would say no, because this is magenta. Then my expert would say yellow, blue. I would say no, because this is green. Then the expert would say magenta, red, blue. I would say yes. My expert would say green. I would say yes. Then magenta, red, blue. Yes. Then green. No. And then red, yellow. Yes. And that's another soft module. I'm not saying that's an incorrect method to do it, but it's not the more common method, since oftentimes the diffuser is the one saying the colors. One more thing I do want to say is that out of the colored squares, this is probably the longest. Delta 4 will always program to be a press. So in case if you're like going through the whole thing, and if you for some reason L Delta 4 is not a press, then something's wrong. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this tutorial, and as always, keep talking and don't explode. And also, make sure you don't record tutorials when you're above your garage.